Welcome to Celebrity Cars, ladies and gentlemen. The other day we got this beautiful 1934 Packard in. Okay, my name's Scott. Welcome to Celebrity Cars. I'm your living, breathing condition report. So what I got to do is walk around and make sure you guys know from home where all the scratches and abrasions may be. So maybe you want to give us a call and take this home. Okay, so let's see what we found the other day. All of the maroon paint is one colored paint. Therefore, what I mean is that, you know, it wasn't painted later on in certain locations, so it's multiple colors. This is all one colored maroon. It is all one colored cream, white, if you will. It's really in fantastic condition. Obviously, this had been redone at some point. I don't know when. That's why you go to celebritycars.com and all the information that we have available will be written out under 1930 Packard at celebritycars.com. So make sure you go there just in case you found this video first on the internet. If it's not up yet, it'll be up really soon. But we just got this in. I don't know a whole lot about it except for the fact that it's beautiful. We're going to go for a drive later. I already know that it drives absolutely fantastic. There's no weird wobbles or pulls to the right or anything. It's just absolutely fabulous. So without further ado, again, my job is to go over all the imperfections. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that for a 1932 automobile, whether it's a Ford or a Chevy or a Packard, for one of these to look in this kind of condition is pretty superb. It does have its flaws. They're really small. I'm going to show them to you. There aren't any major blemishes on this car, so you're in luck. Let's start working our way down the passenger side of the car, and then we'll come up and do all the chrome and stuff on the bumpers and such. But this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about here. Just normal road wear, okay? Your Honda or your Chevy or your Ford in your driveway, you're all gonna have little road wear issues. This looks like a little bit of a touch-up paint was put on right here. It was very tastefully done. I didn't notice this section until just now. The rest of the maroon paint, you know, we have a small nick here with some touch-up paint on it, and a small nick here with some touch-up paint on it. Down in these lower cavities are in really nice shape. They need a little extra cleaning. If you could follow where my finger's pointing, there's a small chip down there where the hood comes up and goes back down, kind of to be expected. And we're back up real slow. You can see this beautiful chrome that we're talking about here, or I haven't talked about yet. But the chrome is really something. While we're here, let's see if I get this open. It's a little warm because we did just go for a drive, but I'm gonna get it open so you can see what's going on here real quick in the engine compartment. So come on over, stick your head in here. I'm gonna hold it up real nicely and you can see how beautiful this engine compartment is. I don't know when the restoration was done. That's the kind of stuff that you're gonna find at celebritycars.com. If it were 10 years ago or yesterday, I really don't know. But at least you're getting a really good idea of the condition of this car. Beautiful engine. Okay, this cream paint, all of this is beautiful. I do see some mild scratches here and there. I'm pretty sure all these mild scratches that I see, you're not going to care about. I wouldn't care about. They're very mild. I would presume some of your polish at home could get it out, but don't get excited. They're not, nobody's going to care. This is too amazing of a vehicle to really pick away at some of these really light scratches that I know that your polishes on your shelf in your garage could cover. Okay, let's work our way, continue down. I don't see, I've got a couple more minor scratches here and here and here, and a couple here, one there. These are just light chips, folks. I don't even really mean to call them scratches. They're just really light chips. You see all these little blemishes, that's what they are. It is what it is. Beautiful cream paint, beautiful molding, neat little badge here. Chrome looks terrific. Working our way down the side of the car, all of this looks lovely. Really mild mark right there. Really mild chip right here above this keyhole. Other than that, all of this is beautiful white cream, if you will, I guess. This maroon paint, while we're at it, like a small chip here. This maroon paint all across the bottom really looks fabulous. This piece right here really looks nice. And if you will, these chrome molding pieces all the way around here, my hand's running over the top of it, is beautiful. I can feel that rubber gasket. It's still got moisture in it. This plateau right here, stepping stool getting in and out of the car, this barely ever looks used. It was very delicately gotten in and out of, I can see. This chrome strip along here looks really good too. Okay, we've already pointed out this small chip. This one here is a super small one right here. Other than that, I'm looking at really nice maroon paint here. All looks good to me. Haven't talked any wheels or tires yet. If you find curb rash on a size tire like this, well, we're gonna have to call the Guinness Book of World Records of how you could actually mark these up. So these wheels and spokes are good as new. But they look as good as new to me. Okay. I'm trying to keep track on what I've covered and what I haven't here. The chrome, this piece right here, the stepping stool to hop up and hop in the back. I mean, geez. Then the rumble seat, this is in beautiful condition. Minor chrome wear. Same thing in the tail light here. It's beautiful chrome. Absolutely gorgeous. This next step down here, the chrome lining it, and the leather or plastic, whatever this rubber may be, all of it in absolutely excellent condition. Back here, this is where a lot of, in any automobile in the back of the car, this is where a lot of the environment will sit on the paint, and if not taken care of, it can scratch up pretty well. There's some minor scratches just from normal cleaning back here, but a good polish in this section back here would bring all this right back up. It's really minor. I'm being very picky. The whole spare tire back here. Let me get a good look at it. This is all in one piece. The chrome looks good. You might want to get out your chrome polish on some of this. You want to get out your paint polish. There is a small chip right here. It had some touch-up paint put on it. Very small, mild marks here, here, and here. Very mild, you can see on camera. And this spare chrome wheel looks beautiful. I'll get back to the chrome bumpers. Over here on this side, exact same as the other side over here. Once again, this shelf back here, brake dust, all that stuff sits back here when you drive down the road. If it sits there too long, it could be a little extra difficult to get off. But it's really fabulous shape. If you could come over here and look up and behind, and the mechanisms and body moldings and painted stuff holding it all together. It's all in really nice shape back there. Okay, we're now over on the driver's side, looking at the maroon fender down here. Super mild, normal abrasions from normal road wear and normal driving around. I'm running my hands over a lot of this part. This is all extremely smooth. This looks terrific. The maroon paint along the bottom sill here looks good. This rubber panel, I'm gonna say this doesn't look as good as the passenger side for obvious reasons. People climb in and out of this side many more times, but it's still in wonderful shape. I hope you're getting a really good look at it. Sorry, my hands are dirty. There's just some mild abrasions on the top of the rubber here. But this piece all along here, the chrome piece, all this looks great. Now we're back to some mild scratches. Mild scratches and mild chips right along here. Okay? I'm gonna say that a really good polish on these two front fenders will probably make 90% of these little mild scratches go away. These little chips, not so much. Super small. All this looks good. I do have a chip here. Small chip here right in the center. Looks like somebody did put a little bit of protectant in these chips at some point. I'm not going to say matching paint. It could be just a mild Rust-Oleum or something put in these pieces. Another small mark right here. All right. And we're working our way up. You find a couple more of those light abrasions from towels and people leaning over and working on the engine compartment. Again, this a good polish and wax clean up almost all of this. I see nothing that is major. Now come on up here to this side. I do have a couple small chips here and here Other than that, all of this is just fine. Okay, now let's spend some time up front. We'll first look at the front chrome bumper. I'm going to say this chrome bumper is a good 98%. It's beautiful. It's in excellent shape. Even behind, where this normally rusts a lot, and you see a lot of wear, if you will. I can see some of it is starting to come through. It's 1932 after all, folks, but it's still in really, really good shape. This needs to be cleaned up a little bit more. All this chrome is good. Yes, this car has been to Pebble Beach. All along the front here, this, if you could look at this real good, this black portion right here has a little bit of patina to it, so it's not shiny black, but it's in really good shape. Same thing as this side. The front grille looks terrific. It's got beautiful chrome, light wear, and with a fancy detailer and a good hour in here, this will be all shined up super nice. The headlights look great. The horns look great. All of this looks really fabulous. I do see a couple more chips in here. I don't know if I talked about these earlier, but there's about 5 or 6 right in here that do have some touch-up paint on them. And, you know, they're very, very well done, tastefully done. Okay. All this chrome is beautiful. Chrome strip up the front looks good. I think it's maybe a buffer or two have gotten against it, so it's got a little bit of wear on this chrome, but nothing to be too excited about. This is beautiful paint, folks. Beautiful cream paint right here. Super mild mark right there. Super mild mark right here. Talking mild. And then let's go up front to the nose cone. I've got a little abrasion right here and a couple small marks here. Here's the door to the engine compartment. This looks just as good as the other side. Let's get this open real quick so we can see. And get a good look at the engine compartment on this side. Beautiful green block. It's awesome. It's huge. And once again, you'll be able to see some photographs of this engine compartment at celebritycars.com too. It locks up nice, good. All right, well listen, before we climb inside, we didn't get a really good look at this whole back bumper here yet, and I wanted to make sure we went over it. I kind of skipped over it. We went over the tail lights and the paint and the maroon, and I didn't address the back bumper. So let's just make sure I get that done. Well, that was tough. This bumper is actually in better shape than the front bumper, front and behind. Not that there's anything wrong with the front bumper, that this is just a lot more like it was done yesterday. So fresh chrome, fresh, just beautiful back here. Okay, let's try looking inside. So come over my right shoulder, if you will, if you don't mind, and raise a camera up a little bit. And I just want to point at a couple of locations as we proceed here. Okay, remember this is an old car. Okay, so around these sections right here, we've got a little bit of wear. Not really sure what's going on. Doesn't look damaging. Actually looks like wood. I presume this is wood. To go along with the other wood that's going on here. It's just, it's fabulous, folks. The patina in the leather seats here, I'll move over so you can get a bird's eye of some of the creases in the leather, and just the patina is overall just perfect for this car. You know, if this were all in brand new condition, it probably would have cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to put this back in perfect original condition. So we don't have that going on here, but man, we are darn close. This is the panel that would connect up here to lock down the convertible top. So if you could look at some of you know, the patina going on underneath here where it meets, it's not in perfect shape, but it looks just fine. This convertible top, folks, is about perfect, just so you know. If you don't see anything during any of these videos while we're going over this car, you can always pick up the phone, pause the video, say, hey, when Scott was at 13 minutes in or something like that, he had this thing. Don't be afraid to call us up and talk to us about it, especially with old stuff like this. This is it's difficult to explain, especially when I'm not a Packard guy. I'm not really sure what's supposed to be and what's not supposed to be. So hopefully you're paying attention to this video as much as you can. Inside the doors are fabulous. Just a couple normal marks. This padding in here feels like leather inside the door. Okay, I could be picking, there's a little mark there, there's a little mark down there, but you know what? Not to be nasty, but then don't buy it. I'm pretty sure you can't find one of these things laying around in everybody's garage for sale. So please don't pick on what I'm showing you, because I'd like to see better. Come on over here, my left shoulder. Let's get a good look at the dashboard. Now, the finish looks beautiful. I do know that there's a little patina embedded in some of this wood here, but sitting here, you can't see it at all. If you're out in the sunlight, you could see it a little bit better. But other than that, it's all one piece. It hasn't fallen apart yet. It's not getting ready to fall apart. It's in fabulous shape. The steering wheel's beautiful. The chrome, although I could put a little polish on here probably to shine up a little bit of this chrome, is just fine. The chrome around all these gauges look terrific. The rear view mirror is funny, and I'm not sure if this is a stock thing or not, but fair enough. These latches for the convertible top work really good. There you have it. The carpet down here is really pretty. I will give you a little inside scoop. Underneath here is a kill switch for the car, so we can turn it off and kill the power so it stays fully juiced up. The steering column looks good. Minor little marks on the black steering column here. The pedals look fabulous. The vents down here look good. Underneath the dash, there isn't a ton of crazy rat's nest wiring. It's all wrapped up really nicely. There's a couple buttons down here that I have no idea what they're for. Sorry, no idea. But it's wonderful shape. The seat feels absolutely incredible to get in and out of. I always like to look underneath the seats and feel underneath the seats and see if any of the cushions have dry rotted. And they go to pieces, and every time you get in and out of the car, it leaves a little pile on the floor. Not this one. This one's in great shape. No piles of anything laying anywhere. So beautiful glass, beautiful side window. Chrome is great. I'm just looking around and rattling stuff off here to you folks. Maybe you don't want to come see it. Maybe you just wanted to show up in your garage and you're going off of what I'm saying. I'm doing the best I can. You look down here, this wood paneling down here where the convertible top rests is in beautiful shape. I'm trying not to touch a whole lot of the tan because my hands are dirty. But once again, I'm pretty sure you've seen this top up. There's a photograph or two laying around with the top up. It's in beautiful shape. The rear window, the chrome around the rear window and the rear window itself is perfect. We looked underneath, we looked in the engine compartment. We didn't put this top up yet. Give us a call if you're really jonesing. If we don't have a top picture, I'm not going to screw with it right now with my dirty hands. You're just going to have to kind of sort of take my word for it. We would like to probably open up the rumble seat so you can see back there. But like I said, I'm not a Packard guy. I don't know how to open up the rumble seat. But there's a rumble seat back there. Give us a call and we'll open that up for you and get a couple pictures. But this video is run on very long at the moment. You know what, I am going to do one more thing. I'll ask you to come down here if I feel the need. You know what, I am going to ask you to come down here, just this direction. Take a look at underneath and how clean it is. It really is in really super shape. Not done long ago. Like I said, we're not going to be able to get this thing up on a lift. We don't have a lift fancy enough to lift up all this weight. But if you would like some undercarriage shots, we can get under there with some cameras, with some lights, and we can get some photographs of it. But as for now, I am very lucky because I get to take this for a ride and show you what it's like. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we happen to find ourselves in a 1930 Packard convertible. Well, I'll tell you what, celebrity cars, Las Vegas. Me getting an opportunity to drive something like this is very, very cool. So if you're watching this video, you've made it through this far, I have a real treat for you. I wish you could be in this driver's seat to experience what I'm about to do, because I've already driven it a little bit and I can't get over how smooth it is. This is just an incredible Packard. 1932 automobile. To drive this nicely is just unheard of. Okay, so I'm going to reach over here, turn the key because it's off right now. I'm just going to turn it a little bit. I'm in neutral right now. You don't want to put the clutch in these old cars, as there's reasons for it. And I'm going to hit the starter button. Now it's so quiet, you didn't even probably hear it start. If you did, well, you got really good ears. The mileage odometer says 50,801, 50,814. So 150,000, 450,000, or just it's 50,000 original mile car. Not sure. Doesn't really matter when we're talking this old of a vehicle. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just hit the gas pedal a little bit, just to see what any of these gauges may or may not do. It seems the clock is not really doing anything. It seems the temperature gauge might do something. The amperes, that gauge is reading really well, and the oil pressure reads well. And we're gonna find out if the miles per hour, if all that stuff works good. But back in here, looking at the wood, I see some really nice patina in the wood. I don't see any major damage. The patina, as in little itty bitty marks, I would think that that is just what happens to wood in a 1932 Packard over time. Do I see any great big decay? Absolutely not. This is just amazing. All right, clutch is in. I'm gonna go to first gear, and off we go. My speedometer does work. And I'm going to shift into second gear. Couldn't have been more smoother. Holding onto the steering wheel, I have no vibration in the steering wheel, except for normal, but there's no wobble. I don't feel any wobbles in the tires. This is very smooth, nice and straight. I'm doing about 25 miles an hour. I'm gonna hit the brakes here and make sure that they can work. I'm still in second. Wow, okay, well, we do not have a brake issue in this car. They lock up right away as soon as I give a really good effort onto the brakes. I won't do that next time, and I'll gradually hit the brakes, and as far as I'm concerned, this thing stops on a dime. I'm back into first gear. Here we go. Obviously, there's no power steering in a car like this, but while you're driving, it turns wonderfully. Okay, I'm still in first gear. My foot's on the brake. And off we go again. Foot on the gas, first gear, and we're gonna get all the way to the third this time around. Just first. Second. Just beautiful. And third. Folks, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I never thought an old car like this had the capabilities of driving so nice. My foot's on the brake. I'm making a right-hand turn here. Still in third gear, foot's back on the gas. There's no hesitation, there's no stutter. You can feel how heavy this is and how much it sticks to the road. And just the overall agreement between this automobile and the asphalt is just amazing. Okay, I'm back in neutral. We're in, it's just sitting here idling, folks. I don't have anything else to say except the excitement of the fact that this runs beautifully. I know that I can mess around with these things, get my RPM up a little bit, and you know, for cruising and so on and so forth. You've got ride control buttons in here. I see a brake select. The starter button's in wonderful shape. I see my light switch. We don't need to do that right now. Neat little compartment right here for your keys and your sunglasses. And there's another one over there. Still has starting instructions inside the door. Super, super cool. Well, I'm a diehard muscle car guy, American muscle car guy, and I never thought I'd like something like this, but this is extra special. So we've gone over the paint, and we are going to do a quick video. We're not going to put this up on a lift. We don't have a lift to raise something this heavy. I'm not sure many people do at all, but I'm pretty sure by now you've seen segments of underneath of this car as best we could. Okay, listen, 702-818-1031. You have any other discussions, or I'm sorry, any other questions? You can go to celebritycars.com if you saw this video first, 1930 Packard, and you can read all the description, how many owners it's had, you know, when it was redone, and so on and so forth. You can find out these questions, or give us a call. Okay, give us a call and we'll help you out. See you next time.